Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're ready to roll. Sound is working. My Streamlabs says it's working. Let me know if it's not. But welcome back to Ready to Roll, our 29th session. Very happy to be here tonight. Just some announcements. We are changing up the way we do rehash. Instead of deciding after the session who is doing rehash the roles, we are deciding before the session. We're going to kind of have like a firm rotation, so that way it's easier to know who you should be asking questions for. Next rehash the roles, which will be taking place on the 13th of October, is going to be our friends Sarah and Ian, so Pyotr and Galina. If you have any questions for them as players over the past few sessions, go ahead and ask them whatever you want. Lydia has been kind enough to drop the rehash form link in the chat, so click on that if you have any questions that you want to ask those two. And keep in mind, as the session is going throughout, if any other questions you might want to ask them.
And there are spaces always for any cast members, so if there's something really intense that happens to somebody else who's not going to be on the show next week, you can still ask those questions. We rotate, so like once a month we'll get the questions asked and answered.
Exactly. Who knows? Maybe this answers to your questions will be answered in tonight's session. With that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Sarah has our recap.
So last time, we started in Sunhollow with the Dark Priestess. We learned that she had been more involved in our lives than we had thought, and that she is definitely not a good person. She told us that she needs us to protect the Archmatriarch, make sure the upcoming wedding happens, and to stop the next sacrifice set to happen in Wilhelm. So, quite a long list of things she wants us to do. Then we left the island and went back to Ostrava and Corvet's family estate. Pyotr and Galina had a good talk. And then at the end of their good talk, they got darts in their necks that put them to sleep. And that's where we left it.
Specifically, Galina got a dart in his face. Pyotr actually got punched in the face because the dart that went for him missed. But yeah, Pyotr, that's just what happened. That's what we're going to pick up, is you got punched in the face, and the person that punched you in the face is standing in front of you. You blacked out for just a second as the fist connected your face, but you healed back. You are still standing. But you do get a good look. You do get a good look at the person who punched you. He's a half-elf, tall, and grizzled. He has kind of a scruffy beard, a scar down one side of his face, and he's actually wearing a guard uniform for the House Pashek. So he is for all intents and purposes, he's a guard. Just punched you in the face. He looks at you and says, "Can't believe the dart missed. Don't worry, I'll just knock your lights out. You seem scrawny enough. Should be pretty simple." I cannot hear you.
I'm on push to talk. You've hit me. What? Where is your manager?
Yes, really. Okay.
Got him.
Manager.
And now, as he's laughing on the floor, Pietro just run.
Manager? I don't have a manager. What are you talking about? Gotta knock you out and take you back to the Silver Thorns. They'll deal with you.
Who are the Silver Thorns, and why are you taking me anywhere?
They're no questions. I'm not answering your questions. I'm not some villain gonna get caught monologuing, and he's gonna take another punch.
Listen.
What's your AC?
70 million.
Well, I got on that one, so yeah, definitely not hitting you. Let's see if this guy fumbles.
Hey!
Pull up the critical fumble table. Roll the d20, see if he... Okay, he doesn't fumble, but he does miss.
Okay, Pyotr is going to attempt a charm person.
All right, what do I need to roll?
17.
Wisdom, charisma.
Oh, it's wisdom. Wisdom against my charisma.
No, not one. It's fallen completely under your charm person spell.
Hold on, I need to refresh myself on what this does. I was very confident, and then he sees me as friendly. I can't remember what I can make him do though.
Much anything with charm person. No, it's not quite as powerful as.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna like mind control him. I just want to know why he tried to hit me, because that's not very nice.
Charm person is.
So as he like throws his apparently inadept punch, Pyotr just kind of steps to the side.
Okay.
Who are you anyway? Oh,
So yeah, he treats you as a friendly acquaintance, is what. Theron Longtree. Sorry, it's like. Didn't punch you?
We're both pretty confused. You didn't mean to punch me?
I mean, I did. I was trying to knock you unconscious so I could take you to Silverthorn, but
Oh, but you don't want to do that, do you?
I mean, not right now. I mean,
okay.
Is she okay? And he points at Galina.
I certainly hope. Do you have any You poisoned my friend.
Oh, she's just asleep. She should wake up in about 6 hours.
Well, here, help me get her to a bed.
Yeah, certainly, of course, yeah. Reese bends down and tries to, it helps you pick up Galina to take inside.
Okay, does Pyotr run into anyone?
You just not really, just a few like other guards, but like they see that you kind of have it under control, so they're not overly concerned.
Did they see him punch me in the face?
No, they did not see that.
I was like, oh no, they're friends now. It's fine.
I saw two guys going at it, and some they were hugging. I'd be like, okay, they're good. They're good. They just had a brief little spat.
They were just they just something got over them. I don't.
Anyway,
okay.
So yes, you are carrying Galina up to your room. You put her on her bed. He looks at you and goes, "Terribly sorry about that. Just Silverthorn. I'm sure you're aware. There's a giant bounty in your head. Their Silverthorn are looking to collect, but they needed to contract out some help. Their numbers aren't what they used to be."
Oh, and who are the Silver Thorns?
That I'm gonna need a persuasion check with advantage.
This will be very telling. I think I know some of these people.
Not natural.
Silverthorns, they're just the greatest bounty hunters on the in the world. There was they used to be the Silverthorn 7, now they're the Silverthorn 2. But
and now they've been relegated to hiring outside help to achieve their nefarious ends, I presume.
Yeah, and consider it kind of a job audition. They needed another, Yeah, they're trying to get more people, to help, their hands. They more hands, so trying to find people, and they figured that capturing you was an easy. What they figured that it was you. Figured that you were an easy target, and so sending people, their recruits after you to get you captured. Oh man, I totally screwed that up now.
Yeah, well, in a way it's kind of good because, I mean, you wouldn't really want to hurt me, would you?
No, I mean, you just seem like a nice enough guy.
Exactly. Hold on a second. How long does this spell last?
How long does the spell last? Excellent question.
I think Charm Person is like an hour.
Yeah.
I think it's a long one.
Yeah, it's definitely not like 5 minutes. It's definitely.
I'll tell you what. Oh man, I really want to brainstorm what to do, but I gotta just go for this. I'll tell you what, friend. How about we just let bygones be bygones, and you can be on your way out of here? Nothing has to be said of this matter.
This is your DM's friendly reminder that at the end of the spell, he does know he had Charm Person cast on him.
So do I. I don't want to kill him. He's nice to me now.
For now, I wouldn't be particularly nice to someone who would just cast Charm Person on me afterwards.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You're a jolly good fellow. I think you should meet some of my other friends. We could, maybe join forces. It looks like you need somewhere to hone your skills, maybe make a name for yourself. Is that right?
I'm trying to think of where you could be going with this. Yeah, I mean that's why I joined up. I'm trying to join up with the Silver Thorn, trying to, get the get everything, all set up and all good to go.
I'll tell you what. You stay here, watch over my friend to make sure she doesn't. I don't know the possible complications of the dart that you put in her neck. So why don't you watch over her, make sure nothing untoward occurs, and I'll go round up the rest of my crew, and maybe we can chat about your future.
Okay, that's what you, yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So Pyotr is now in a mad dash, knowing that he has T-minus 1 hour.
At this point, you have probably about 45 minutes left before the spell runs out.
So he is going to find the rest of everyone else to hopefully get some advice on what they should do about this dude who is going to become his worst enemy in 45 minutes.
Don't mean to be a spoil sport, but you can't see Galina anymore.
It's true. So I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Aren't we such nice party members? Sarah just wanting to make sure that everything is perfectly right.
You left my character in the care of the person that knocked her out.
11.
Okay. I need you to give me D10 points of psychic, or take D10 points of psychic damage. What was that?
Just 1.
Yeah.
I trust you for now. All right. So you have a very mild headache as you are running around looking for your friends. Corvette and Jelania, what have you two been doing whilst these events have been going on?
I'm probably still in my room because Antoine and I were hanging out, but then he left and I still had my sandwich to eat. So I'm probably just hanging out there. I know.
Okay.
Munching on a sandwich in your room.
Really uncomfortably, not sure what to do with myself, feeling kind of weird about things.
Very few things I feel comfortable about.
If I remember, my family was at lunch or something, and so I was eating with them. I don't know how long this has been since, but I probably would have still been there at the table, trying to kind of keep up an appearance, like really talking to Tatiana and Anya, my sisters. One, making sure Tatiana's doing okay, and two, kind of getting Anya excited about her wedding in a couple of days? Is that what, 2-3 days away, something like that?
Nope.
Okay. So yes, that is where I would probably be.
Cool. All right. So you obviously find Jelania pretty quickly because she lives just next door to you. Currently, she lives next door to you. She's staying in the room nearby, and so you find her pretty quickly. She, obviously, will, I hope, would join you as you go try to find Corvette. It doesn't take you.
What's going on? You have a big old bruise on your face.
So somebody tried to kidnap me. It's no big deal. He's my friend for approximately 42 more minutes. But we gotta talk. We gotta find the others. Well, we gotta find Corvette.
Okay, where is Galina then?
Oh yeah. So, you know what? Maybe we should go. No, we can't do that. So, do you trust me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Galina and I were assaulted by a man who I believe was trying to definitely trying to kidnap me. I don't know what he was going to do to Galina. Galina is unconscious, but fine. He tried to knock me out, and somehow, poor welterweight, or whatever that he is, was not able to do so.
Okay. You're talking very slowly for something that seems very pressing.
I know. I'm trying to make sure that everything comes out correctly. Anyway, the guy tried to knock me out. He couldn't do it. Kind of sad, in all honesty. But anyway, I cast Charm Person on him, so we got about 40 minutes to figure out what to do with him before I become his public enemy number one, personal enemy number one. Currently, he is watching over Galina to make sure that she doesn't choke on her tongue or anything.
Because Galina's having a seizure.
In your room, right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I'll go. I'll figure this out. If you need to go find Corvette, you go find Corvette. I got this.
Okay. Pyotr goes to find Corvette.
All right, Jelania, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk in, kind of try and assess how the dude reacts to me walking in.
He looks you suspiciously. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Pyotr's.
Keep some odd company.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Watching over her.
Seems like an easy job. Feel capable of that?
Yes.
Because I heard there's some issues going on in here. Some confusion, some misunderstanding.
Well, I mean, I was going to try to take Pyotr to the bounty hunters, and I did knock her unconscious, but...
And how do you feel about that?
Strangely conflicted. I have a duty to uphold. My code as a bounty hunter to collect the bounty on a murderer's head, but at the same time, Pyotr just seems like such a nice guy. Just can't.
He's a very nice guy. Very nice guy.
Well, it doesn't change the fact he's a murderer.
I mean, You're a bounty hunter. Have you never killed anyone?
You don't get paid if you kill people. If you're killing people, unless this bounty is
I'm not
specifically to
asking
kill
that.
them.
Sometimes things get rough, I know. You've never killed anyone?
Nope, can't say I have. You don't get paid, unless the bounty itself called for it. But Pyotr was asked to be
does this
brought
dude
back
look
alive. Tall, grizzled, half-elf, ragged, scruffy facial hair, scar across his right eye.
Does it look like I could take him?
Yeah, you could probably take him.
Uh-huh.
It would probably be a close fight, but you probably would come out on top.
I will wait. I'll just sit there and make just awkward small talk, some very pointed comments about the efficacy of his bounty huntery and that sort of thing. Not trying to make friends, just trying to keep him kind of occupied and maybe a little bit off his game. A little bit.
Give me an intimidation roll.
Okay. That's a natural 18. I don't know. I have my book back here. Yeah, it's probably a 20 plus. Probably. Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Okay. He seems kind of intimidated by you. He was probably doing the same thing you were, trying to size you up to determine how difficult you would be to take down. Now he's kind of, you can tell he's rethinking his strategy from more of a take you down to a swift exit strategy. Looking nervously over at the window, trying to decide how much it would hurt to break his legs. But, Pyotr, it probably takes you, 10-ish minutes to find Corvette, leaving you with probably about 30 minutes left by the time you find him. So you do find Corvette.
Corvette, we have far too little time at this point. We need to go back to my room ASAP. There's been an attempted kidnapping. Galina is unconscious but alive. And I
am with my family.
Never mind. Retcon all of that.
I'm not by myself. I am talking to my sisters, and I think my brother's there.
Retcon. Pyotr just kind of stands outside. I guess, where are you?
Probably the dining room.
Okay, Pyotr kind of stands in the doorway, making direct eye contact with you, and kind of motions for you to exit.
Do I notice Pyotr quickly?
Sure.
Do I know? Okay, I have good perception then. Excuse me. I think I am being summoned. And so I get up from the table and leave, and it's Pyotr, what do you need?
I was the victim of an attempted kidnapping just now, and he points to his wherever he got hit.
That looks, that makes sense now. Okay.
We have things moderately under control, but we have about 30 minutes to figure out what we're gonna do about the enemy turned friend in my bedroom.
Okay.
Galina is
in 30 minutes.
my charm person spell wears off.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
What about Galina?
So Galina was hit with a sleeping dart thing. I think I was hit with one, didn't really work, and then the guy tried to knock me out. Weak punch, weak right cross. He really needs to work on that, especially with his profession. He could knock me out. There's a problem. I don't know. So, but anyway, bottom line, we need to figure out what we're gonna do with him, because
yeah,
he's
How
gonna.
did he
Sorry, go ahead. I don't know. I became aware of his presence when he tried to kidnap me, so I don't know.
Fair. Well, and where is this person?
He's in my room with Galina and Jelania.
Oh. Jelania's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't leave Galina by herself with him. Okay, I guess. Wait, what do you want to do about it? I guess figure this out.
Yeah, I've never been in this situation. I'm not like, do we kill him? I don't. Do we not? Do we throw him in a brig? I don't know what you do in a situation like.
I mean,
he's a problem.
Let's go see.
Yeah,
I'm curious about.
We could talk to Jelania and see what she thinks.
Okay. Cool. Lead the way.
And Pyotr leads him back to his room.
All right. You arrive, probably with about 20 minutes left of this car in person. And yeah, Jelania's been using her time to intimidate this guy.
So I walk in, I notice that he's wearing a guard's uniform of my family's, huh?
Yeah, and you don't recognize him. He's not one of your
I don't recognize
normal
him.
guards.
It's like, well, hello there.
Hello, and who would you be?
I am Corvette Peshik. You are wearing my family's uniform.
Well, this. Not as hard to get as you'd think. Just part of the job, kind of infiltration, getting him. He's a murderer,
I have heard, yes.
Well, yeah, getting him, taking him to the Boyar of Vinhelm, who's just, in the estate across the way.
That's who's after him. That makes sense. I look over at Pyotr. So, sounds like you got some important people that want to talk to you, want to see you.
Yeah, so it would seem.
Speaking of important people who we would like to talk to, how long is she going to be asleep?
This one, about another 5 hours.
Wow.
5 hours?
It's a long time.
You can make an antidote if you'd like. You just would need some basic things from any apothecary.
You don't have an antidote yourself?
I mean, I don't keep the antidote here with me unless I need to, I generally keep it for when I actually need to wake my prisoners up, where I take them. To be fair, I wasn't planning on taking her with me. She just needed to go so I could get him.
So you were going to leave her there unconscious, an innocent bystander?
Was in
for
public.
Multiple hours.
Someone would have come and found her eventually.
Wow, your concern for the public is quite moving.
Someone was gonna come find her eventually. It was in a open. You guys weren't exactly being secretive about where you were talking. You were kind of just outside the estate. There are guards that patrol there. Someone would have found her eventually.
Yes, I'm just going to say, she was obviously not in your contract. She's an innocent bystander, as you said. So this act that you have done towards her is, at the very least, reckless endangerment, if not assault. And I believe we will need to talk to you about this.
Bounty hunters are exempt from such things when going after dangerous criminals. It's in the bounty hunter's contract.
So you can assault people in the streets even though they're not connected with your targets?
According to the Bounty Hunters Guild, I'm allowed to do pretty much anything I want to get what I need to get my target.
Seems like a cushy job for people who don't know what they're doing.
As long as I don't kill anyone, they don't care, and she isn't dead.
I want to go full Karen, just be like, what if you had an allergic reaction? You don't know.
Still, though, with you assuming you don't want to take Pyotr anymore, what is it that you plan to do?
At this point, the best bet would be going to hiding for a few years. And then,
2 years.
well, I mean, the Silver Thorn, they're not the nicest of people after their most recent, after their biggest job they pulled a few years ago. A year or so ago, a lot of stuff happened. They were the Silver Thorn 7, and they were the Silver Thorn 2, 4. Now they're the Silver Thorn duo.
And,
They're not the nicest folks to deal with anymore. We used to have some pretty good, used to be some, had some pretty high standards, but that Cinderbeard in particular, he's an angry one.
Cinderbeard. Have I heard of either the Silver Thorns or Cinderbeard?
Give me a history check.
Ooh. Stroll of the night. Okay, 12 plus my history. Oh, 4. 16. Not bad.
So you haven't heard of the Silverthorn, but you do know that the Cinderbeard is the name of a dwarven clan.
Like based somewhere specifically in...
I mean, not really. Dwarves don't really have places that they're based anymore since the collapse of their empire thousands of years ago, but they still have close clan ties.
Yeah. Okay. Cinderbeard. Okay then. Interesting.
And so what is our understanding of like bounty hunting in relation to like civilians? Like, are we like, if we're not into the bounty hunt that they want to do, can we do something, or is it like this is a fully legal thing? This is a totally 100%.
If there's a bounty hunt, if there's a contract out on someone's head, they, bounty hunters generally have to be part of the bounty hunters guild, and so so that there is a lot of leeway given to bounty hunters when they are hunting down particularly dangerous targets. If it was just like, oh, we need you to catch this common everyday thief who just evaded the law, then not really anything that can be done. They are held to the same standards, but since Pyotr has been listed as extremely dangerous and a murderer, he's practically untouchable right now for what he's done to Galina.
Well, I want to try something, but I know I love how Jelania is gonna hate it. So we'll see. We'll see. Well, I must say you said it's not hard to get our uniforms, but I must say I'm impressed at how well you infiltrated my father's estate.
Well, that wasn't easy.
That wasn't easy?
I had to spend several days monitoring, watching for patrols, and then the right time, slip in when there was a gap in the patrols at one point. And then after that, I was able to just walk around, and people just were like, hey, cool, it's another guard.
How did you know what I looked like?
Magic.
Valid.
And there's a sample of your, a bit of your blood's kept down in Barrelgrad. They just use that to divine up what you currently look like.
Okay. It's good to know. And what would you say is the best recommendation of how to get someone off of how to cancel a contract from the bounty hunter guild?
That depends on what you did. For a lowly criminal, they generally can pay off their bounty. Pyotr's a murderer. And the Baron of Vinhelm has put a very high price on his head. The Boyar of Vinhelm has put a very high price on his head. There's nothing he can do to get that bounty off besides face justice, turn himself in. You do know that he's a murderer, right? You can tell that the spell is starting to weaken because he's being like, that guy's a murderer. Like, he killed someone in cold blood. And you're protecting him.
We're just standing here talking.
Yeah,
Just
we're
asking
just
questions.
having a friendly chat.
I'm just interested in how skilled you are. I mean,
I
I
had
could use services of a man like you.
doing what?
Becoming my own spy. You said you infiltrated my father's estate, one of his fortified places, some place he has control over. I am very impressed with that. And I could use someone like you.
How much you paying?
How much do you need?
Well, I was gonna get a small portion of the bounty on him. About maybe a tenth, so I was gonna get 5,000 gold from him. If you can, say match about half of that, 2,500, I considered doing what you need me to do. But I could lose a little bit more description of the job. Are you saying you're interested in spying on someone in your own household?
In a sense, it would be becoming my own, and there would be two people you would kind of call your employers. I would need to consult with her, but the heir to the Southern Isles, my sister Tatiana, and myself.
Who you wanted me to spy on?
I want you. It is actually. What are your religious ties?
I mean, praise Silhana. Don't go to church every holy day, but, you know, I hope that by taking enough criminals off the streets that she'll have mercy on my soul.
Well, this job would indeed fill that. Need to find out details of a plot on the Archmatriarch.
A plot against the Archmatriarch.
Yes.
My price has doubled, 5,000 or nothing.
Give me some time. Again, as I said, I have a partner I need to consult with. But something could be arranged. Plus, instead of hunting, yes, he made a mistake. We don't know all the circumstances behind it. Yes, there's a mistake.
Pushed a woman off a balcony.
Yes. Mistake.
A riveting conversation, gents. Corbett and Jelania, can I speak to you in private real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Shall we step outside?
We're cutting this close.
Yep.
I mean, you are cutting it close. You probably have like 5 minutes left before he goes back to normal.
Okay, takes them outside. Listen, we have like no time. We have to do something. And if you catch my drift, now that our friend has decided to pass up on such a high-profile bounty, he'll probably need a little bit of help going, shall we say, underground.
Well, that's only if he actually leaves. If he's about to go back to normal in 5 minutes, who says that he's not just going to come and grab you?
Underground.
Pyotr, do you actually want to be a murderer?
I don't want to be kidnapped. Do you?
No.
He wouldn't be kidnapping you. It's legal.
Apprehending is the word.
I don't want to be hogtied and...
Hey, Pyotr, can I get another wisdom saving throw?
Oh, here's the thing though, because if we do something drastic to get him off of us, that then is all the more heat on us as a party. In a moment when we need friends and we don't want to burn bridges before we even get to them. So, a possibility is we're already planning on going there in like 3 days. Just like, hey, friend, instead of sneaking out and having to fight this, bard that you can't punch, you can hang out. There's going to be a party, and we'll go with you later.
I like that. Can we also use him to find out more about the plot?
Yeah, extra cash
while
on
he's
the side.
here.
We have one problem. In
He gets
about
both.
3 minutes, he's going to realize that I charmed him, and I doubt he's going to be happy about it.
He tried to put you to sleep. It's fair game.
Valid? Patrick 10, by the way.
Oh, okay. Roll, take another d10 points of damage.
Yeah, it just makes it so much easier for him if the object of his contract will just walk with him, and he is, given free access, given a ride on a ship, even. Great time. No problems. Guarantee of money upon delivery. We could write him a letter of recommendation. Expert bounty hunter, does a great job. Knows exactly how to knock people out with a single punch.
No, he couldn't do it with 2. He couldn't do it to me. But listen.
That's why it would be a lie, Pyotr. He's never going to get into this silver thorny whatever it is if he can't punch you.
I don't like this idea.
Oh, that's
But
rude.
it looks
You're just
like I've been
crushing his
overruled.
dreams here.
I apologize.
Nah, you're fine. That's not a bad idea. Instead of fighting against us willingly going with him down to Vinhelm in a few days.
I don't want to go to Vinhelm. Wait. I think I missed something.
That's actually
The
what we
Dark
were told that we were supposed to do.
Dark Priestess.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Said-
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
going.
never mind. Okay. Something in my brain did not fire correctly. I was like, I don't want to be turned in, thank you.
Yeah, we have maybe 10 seconds before we have to go back in, so sounds good?
Let's do it.
Okay. Walk back in.
Okay. You head back in, and he's in there waiting for you patiently. So, we have a deal or not?
Well, I still need we have a different deal. I look over. Shalanya?
Well, you want me to be the one to put this offer on the table?
It was your idea. Brilliant.
All right. What's your name, friend?
I'll tell him the extra job on the side.
Yeah, make the second offer.
Aaron
Yeah.
Longtree.
Oh, Aaron, that's very wonderful name. It's hard to be a bounty hunter, right? Sometimes you mess up and you miss the punch. It gets really awkward, all that sort of thing. This Silverthorn group, they want only the best, right? You want to pad your resume, right? This is a very high-profile man. On the way back over to Vinhelm, who knows what happens?
You son of a... And he just jumps at Pyotr.
I'm gonna take out like one of my daggers and just kind of like rest it up against like his chest. Like, hang on a second, okay? I'm talking. You don't interrupt me with violence, all right? I do that to you.
Fine.
You don't want to see her mad.
I'm listening.
Here's the offer. You wait for like 3-4 days. We're on our way to Vinhelm already. We just need a little bit of time. We're going to a party. It's going to be wonderful. But we take you with us. You get to turn him over. Very easy. Very simple.
Or I turn him over now. The Boyar of Vinhelm is in this city for the wedding. Why would I wait to go travel back to Vinhelm later? You're really seriously protecting a murderer?
Protecting an asset.
And you call me and the people call me morally questionable.
I never said I was morally perfect.
If you want me to wait a few extra days,
Yeah.
price is 7,500 gold now. Gotta make up for lost time.
Your rate is really like 1,200 a day.
I mean,
Which
he's
is
a
not a lot to
high-profile
make up.
target. I'd be making 5,000 off of him. You're asking me to wait a little bit longer. I gotta recoup my losses.
What about the loss of your reputation?
No, bounty hunter's perfect.
You
Sometimes
flubbed this really bad, Aaron.
Baron. It's a TH.
I don't care what your name is. Do you think anyone will want to hire you when they know you just walk right in, make a fool of yourself?
Give me your intimidation check.
It's only a 9.
Bounty hunters screw up all the time. No one's perfect. Even the Silver Thorn have had their share of bumbles. Cost them the lives of several of their crew members. They're still considered the best in the business. 7,500. Or I go tell the man in charge here that he's harboring a murderer with a bounty on his head. Or you kill me and you hide my body. See how long that lasts. And points at Corvette. Seems like a little bit of a goody two-shoes, just kill an innocent man.
I really wouldn't want to do that. You're right.
2,500 for the inconvenience of an additional bounty. What do you think, Pyotr?
I feel I have a conflict of interest, but what else should I say?
Would you rather go and talk to the boyar right now?
No, I don't want to.
Maybe we can collect on this 50,000 gold bounty ourselves.
Hey, that could help us out, right?
I'm a very
your own friend.
I'm a very valuable asset. Yes. It's worth the 2,500.
It's not even just 2,500, it's 7,500.
It's worth it all.
How much do we have? Do we even have 1,000? Mr. Man with the bag? Because I got like 10.
I've got on me. That's why I included my sister. On me, I have 3 gold pieces.
That's like 3,000?
I am broke.
Yeah, I have 70. So.
We have, like, unless I've been doing math wrong, we do not have that much. It's like 3,500?
Oh, that is way more than I was expecting.
3,500?
No, wait.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to look at notes,
like
but
3,500 sounds about right.
Really? I mean, dang, we're rich. And we spend it on nothing.
So rich, but so poor.
I know.
You give me 1,000 up front. I'll stay put till you're able to talk to your contact.
Give you 1,500 if you'll listen to the second job I have for you.
I'm listening to the second job. You don't need to pay me extra. Just give me 1,000 up front, and I'll stay and I'll listen and not go running to the boyar.
Okay.
And I'll even make the antidote to wake her up early if you give me 1,000.
Perfect. Save our friend.
She's not dying, Pyotr.
Yeah, what's this?
I'm worried, okay? She's unconscious against her will.
What's the second job? The spying that you want me to do.
Yep. There is a plot on, as you heard, the Archmatriarch.
Talking
we need to
about
know
assassination. We talking about,
We believe it to be an assassination, but we don't know all the details. And we need to uncover. We're a little too, as you say, high profile around here. Me, myself, obviously. Everyone knows who I am. And then my crew, my companions. We are definitely an unusual group together. So subtlety is not really our strong suit. We need to know what this plot is and who the ringleaders are.
You have anywhere to have me start looking? Normally, bounties normally give me a little bit more information than that.
That is, yes. Since you already have successfully become a part of my family's guard, start here.
Think someone in your own household wants to kill the Archmatriarch?
I wouldn't be surprised. And I say that very seriously as I look at him. I wish that were... I didn't have to say that. But I do not know the full truth, and perhaps I am wrong. That's why I do need someone to actually find it out for me.
You have someone that you want me to look at in particular?
My father. Start there.
Woo-wee! Wow.
Yep.
Well, I'm not one to go back on a deal after I already made it, so we'll keep the price at 7,500 for now.
For now, I understand.
I'll stay, but for the initial 1,000, I won't do anything. Won't tell the boyar that you're harboring a fugitive. I'll wait a little bit till after the wedding. Then after the wedding, you will go with me to Venhelm.
Yes, we will. And we have a ship that we can all take.
Excellent.
So you already have passage.
I imagine the boyar of Venhelm will want me to take it. Well, would be happy to provide passage on his own ship as well. Because I'm gonna take him right there
faster.
The day after the wedding. And the Venhelm and boyar won't be gone quite yet. But well, I will okay. I'll stay put. I'll just hang around the barracks. When you come up with the rest of the money, you'll know where to find me, and I'll start work.
Half before, half after. Isn't that how you get paid?
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh, come on. Please be a decent roll, because I'm very persuasive. Nope!
What'd you get?
Got a 2, so that's a 10.
It's not bad for just Nora 2.
Yep, I know. I'm great at persuading.
3/4 now, and you can pay the rest after. After it's all over.
3/4 before the job. Something like 5,000-6,000-ish. Okay. I'm like, what's the math?
Well, you already give him 1,000, so just the remainder
so
of the 6,500 that remains.
Okay.
All right. With that, I just need a few basic, simple ingredients to make the antidote, and he gives you a few basic things that he says to go fetch.
I'll go out and tell another guard to fetch me those things, or the servant. I'm like, I don't know where those are. I'm like, I'll find a servant that knows where things are more.
Okay. All right. So the servant will go fetch those things. so that we can come back and wake Galina up and get her involved in
Yes,
this
please.
session.
Give us Sarah back.
1 hour later.
It'll still probably take them a little bit to come back with the stuff. So, is there anything else that anyone else wants to do?
This is going to be fun.
Yeah,
Tell me about it. Well, let's go see what I have in. Do I have DM? Do I have like a savings or anything? Like, I don't know how my nobility works in this
Probably
world.
have an allowance that your father would give you.
Okay.
But
All right. So I'm gonna go ask my sister. Hey, what's my allowance? And do you have it?
your allowance probably about 500 gold a week, and not like stacking. But so your allowance, you want your allowance after being gone for however many months.
I mean, that would be great if that could happen.
I can get you your 500 gold allowance for this week. I can't get you any other more than that. Why do you need the gold?
Just so we know, I am talking to her by myself. Just
Okay,
us
that's
two.
it, yeah.
So, we have a situation. We have lots of situations. Gosh, it's hectic, as you know already. I'm hiring someone to find out about a plot. That is, again, someone who's very important in our religious structure.
Is it a patriarch? A matriarch?
The highest.
The archmatriarch.
Yeah. So, again, trying to prevent something. And let's just say I'm trying to make a deal with someone, and there's some debate on their skill level, but their ability of subterfuge is pretty decent, at least. Combat, not their strong suit.
Okay, what do you... What? How much gold do you need? 4,875.
For 4,875?
4,875 gold pieces?
That's before he'll accept the job.
Corbett, I can't just pull that. I'm not even if I was the boyar, I couldn't pull that kind of money out of thin air. I have to, I'd have to rebalance some of the budgets for several of our, our ventures. I have to, I can't. The 4,875 gold isn't a small amount.
How about this? I bet you we have precious stones, diamonds, things like that.
Yes, but that's supposed to be a dowry for Anya.
Not any of that. Not any. Yeah, no, we're not judging that. Bad idea. But gotta be something else, or something of the equal value that a spy for hire would find valuable.
Give me till the end of the day. I'll see if I can find something.
You're the greatest.
You're lucky.
And you're amazing.
I
am.
You're lucky that there's not a worm thing in my head anymore. I would just stab you.
I probably would deserve it this time. But thank you.
You aren't going to be getting any of your allowance for the next several weeks to pay this back.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't expect a birthday gift or a Silhana Day present.
Those are my favorite. Dang it. Fine.
End of the day, comes find me and you'll have the gold you need.
You are the best.
But don't be surprised if some people ask you for some favors.
What? Okay, who?
It's various counselors and advisors to the, of the Southern Isles. Gotta pull money from their budgets to do this.
Fine. Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Good.
Thank you. Although I hate owing favors to those in the court. Thank you, and I'll come find you at the end of the day.
Excellent.
And I just relay to Theron, be like, "Hey, wait till the end of the day. You'll have your down payment."
Okay, you have my you have my binding word that I'll just sit here. Oh, and by the way, he holds out the antidote for Galina. That should, a single sip of that should bring her right back to consciousness, maybe even a little bit more jittery than normal.
Hey. Is Pyotr and Galina still there too?
What'd you two decide to go do?
No, I was gonna stay right there with Galina for sure.
Same. He's pretty worried about her.
All right. You're gonna go administer the antidote?
Yes.
All right.
Carefully make sure she drinks it and doesn't spill.
Okay.
Galina.
Yeah. He puts a little drop in your mouth, Galina, and you wake up almost instantaneously. It tastes very bad, very bitter, kind of like someone just put a bunch of horseradish in your mouth. Like just horseradish and nothing else with it.
Whoa! What is that? Why
wake
is
up.
that?
Wake up medicine? You were asleep? Drugged, more like it?
Oh yeah. What's going on?
Galina, we were assaulted.
You were assaulted.
No, she was assaulted. We were both assaulted. She was
She was
to sleep
ambushed. You were
against
assaulted.
her will.
You at
She
least were able to
had
fight back.
A physical object shot into her neck. I think that's an assault. An assault with a sleepy weapon.
Get to the point. What happened next?
We're on the hook for a lot of money to a bounty hunter who was going to take Pyotr from us, take him over to the Boyar of Vinhelm. But we said, hey, wait a few days. We'll go with you. It will be very nice. And Corvet hired him to do something else?
Yes. By the end of the day, he'll start trying to find out what the plot is going on around the Archmatriarch.
Wait,
And
a lot of money?
As much as I would love to, I don't think that we can kill him.
Well, I can understand why you wouldn't kill him. He was just doing his job. Pyotr is a murderer after all.
Mhm.
But you trust the bounty hunter? You're giving him a lot of money? We could buy so many spells with a lot of money. Why don't you just tie him up and take him to the Seahawk and tell Captain Leodov that he has a new sailor?
Because then we'd have to see him again later, and it would be annoying. We'd
So you
probably
trust
whine
him?
a lot. No.
No.
We trust him in our sight better than out of it.
It's also something to keep him occupied for a few days, so he doesn't get twitchy.
Galina, I'm so sorry that you were wrapped up in this.
Well, that's what I get for hanging out with someone who has a bounty on their head. I already figured this was coming.
This specific thing? Because that's pretty, it's impressive.
Well, if the bounty hunters are going to take you, they can't leave whoever's talking with you and could be friendly with you and get in the way. It's probably actually nice that I was just knocked out with a sleep potion instead of...
No,
Yeah.
I mean, you might have fared better with his right punch, right cross. He tried twice. He couldn't get me. Couldn't quite get me. Which is sad. But
Although your face looks more colorful now.
yeah, you should see the other guy. Just kidding. You should see his ego.
You better hope that goes away fast, or you're going to attract some weird looks and questions at the wedding.
DM, what effect would a healing spell have on a bruise on the face?
And it would definitely get rid of the bruise on your face.
Dope. Well, can do.
Also, since you're paying this bounty hunter a lot of money, apparently, I hate to point this out, but you realize he's probably not the only bounty hunter after Pyotr, right?
No, I'm paying him more so that he can help find out the plot. That's why I'm paying him. And also to help give us a few days. But I will not be able to buy out all of the bounty hunters after Pyotr. I already gave up so much for this, so...
Yeah, so Pyotr will need to probably be in disguise for the next couple of days, unless we're in an incredibly public place. And even then,
And even
they
at the
kind of
wedding,
they can do whatever they want, so it's not like they have to grab him in private.
yes, Pyotr, you should probably not go to the wedding as Pyotr.
I'll be Streganona. Just kidding. That's Italian. That's a different world, different universe. Look it up.
Okay.
Huh?
It's the
Sure.
Christmas witch from Italy. Look it up. It's cool.
Okay.
Next time I'm in Belgrade and I can stop by the library, I will do that. Yeah. Do you have any ability to disguise yourself at all?
Well, I mean, no magical ability.
Bummer.
I'm actually double checking.
Someone has
Last
a
time we
polymorph
had
spell.
What about minor illusion?
The
Minor
polymorph is
illusion
only
wouldn't
for-
really serve to disguise yourself very well.
No. I
Polymorph
used to know
is...
someone who had a disguise kit and proficiency in disguises, but
Oh.
who knows where they are. Actually, possibly. Well, they said Arcady was in 10. It could be that Drit and Artyom are around as well.
Yeah. That'd be cool to see them again.
So, Pyotr, have you thought about shaving off your facial hair? Getting a different haircut.
You are a fugitive, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's
Going bald, you know? People might not
facial
recognize you.
hair is the
Oh, no,
spice
getting
of
a
man's life.
wig. Getting a wig and wearing a dress.
I think my voice would give me away if I went that route. I can't.
I mean,
You're a
can't
singer and an
modulate my
orator. Can you not change your voice? Do you not have access to the falsetto range?
No, I have like one tone, and it's this one. I could go deeper. Yeah, I'll be a soothsayer. That's what I'll do. I just gotta get a hooded robe. It doesn't even have to be expensive. It could be actually, the cheaper and the mustier and the scratchier, the better.
well, then you're not invited to the wedding.
It's like, yeah, remember that you're going to have to be able to show up to the wedding.
Oh, that's right. Gandalf the Grey it is.
They would not let Gandalf the Grey into this wedding. He does not dress fancy enough.
We'll figure it out. Well, I don't know what.
That's what we're
should-
currently trying to do, is figure it out.
That's true. I figured if I said it out loud, I could manifest it into being. That didn't work.
Does he need to go? How long is this going to take? Is it longer than an hour?
What? The
To the
wedding?
wedding?
The wedding is going to be pretty much an all-day affair.
Yeah, it's an event. It's a big like celebratory event thing that goes on for way too long. But don't tell Anya I said that. It's her day. Whatever she wants, she'll get it.
I could be Will there be guards at the wedding?
Yes. There will be plenty of guards at the wedding.
Will you guys have a guard detail?
I assume there will be guards all over.
Not exactly a specific detail, but yeah, you'll probably have some personal guards. They're staying close to all the important people.
I mean, Corvid, you could probably request to have guards, as you were yourself just kidnapped within the past couple of weeks. Perhaps it has made you paranoid.
Didn't we come with guards on the ship? Weren't those yours?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they would let them into the wedding, though.
Definitely not all of them. A hint.
I could get a few of them in.
Two
Sure.
or three, but not all of them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I am paranoid.
You are of noble birth, so you get to bring some of your own household guards.
It's just whether or not they would be fine with that. If that works, it's perfect because we already have access to those uniforms and armor and such things. It will be easier to disguise you if you have a helmet on and they can't see your face.
Yes. Would guards have helmets at a wedding? They just wear the full uniform? Okay.
They'd actually probably be wearing a special extra fancy uniform that would definitely have a helmet on it.
Great. That's even better.
Are you okay with being a guard for the next 3 days until it happens too? Because it would be awful to have gone through so much effort and lose you like in half an hour when we walk back out to this door.
I am okay. I am much more fine being a guard for 3 days than I am being dead. So, yeah. I think that's a great idea. The best idea that we've got. I don't know. Unless anybody else has another one.
Nope. Let me go see if I can scrounge up a couple of guard uniforms.
Okay.
I can also go and ask Antivin or Captain
Leosha. Captain Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Leo.
Might not give you as much access to the rest of the house, whereas the Pashaka uniform might get you anywhere you want to go.
Not anywhere. Most there. Anywhere. My father's office is... No one goes in there except for those he trusts and brings in himself.
Yes. But the Katenkov guards won't have as much expectation for them to be guarding. They don't have, as much expectation. So if you're just standing around, people won't yell at you for not doing your job.
Perfect.
So what do you prefer, Pyotr? You need to make a decision. Do you want to be a Pashek guard or a Katenkov guard?
Katenkov.
Way safer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I'll go find my captain and get some stuff.
All right. Do that in just a minute. First things first, Galina. How are you feeling?
I don't know. How am I feeling?
Definitely more jittery than normal. But you're awake, way more awake than you, probably even want to be. I mean, it is the middle of the day, but you have anything that in specific that you would like to do now that you are awakened?
At the moment, she's probably been pacing back and forth during this conversation. If anybody else is still left in the room. When is this going to be done? When can he leave? I have places I need to go.
When Jelani comes back with the change of clothes, I believe, then you can go. Where do you want to go? You just were almost kidnapped? Or maybe not you, but you were attacked? Are you okay?
Totally fine. Good. Never felt better. I need to go to the School of Sorcery so I can figure out how to get rid of this curse.
Oh, okay. Yes, well,
So I don't have to be tied to a guard for the next several days. Although I could turn him into a hamster. But only for an hour.
It's like, that solves all our problems.
That's the true disguise self.
All right.
Do that. How long do you think it's going to take for them to get back with their guard uniform? I could turn him into a hamster, then go to the School of Sorcery, and then you could turn him into a guard when we get back.
I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm just sitting here and like Jelani's already left, right? And I'm like, a few minutes, half an hour? I don't know. We're kind of close to where her guards are located. They're at the cathedral, right?
Her guards would be in the barracks with the rest of your guards.
Oh.
But it would probably take about an hour to get to the School of Sorcery. An hour back.
That'll take a lot of energy, though. Because it takes so long to get there. I'll have to polymorph him several times. Maybe I'll wait. And she sits down, but like her foot is tapping very energetically while she's waiting.
Alright. Jelania, are you going to Antivin or are you going to Captain Leosha?
Well, Antivin doesn't have the Katenkov stuff, so I'll go to Leosha.
You find Captain Leosha, they're sitting in the barracks. They're just kind of sitting around a table, and then they look and say, he looks at you. Lady Katenka, it's good to see you again. You've been away for quite some time. We were getting a little worried.
Things have become very complex very quickly, and some of that involves oddness in the way that the days pass. So, but I do need a bit of help with something. Our friend who likes to sing and talk all the time is in a bit of a spot, needs to be able to pass without being stared at or noticed. So we're thinking he could join the ranks of your guards. Please, visibly.
I have a few extra uniforms that he can wear. Are you going to explain his disappearance?
I mean, he's technically a commoner, we can just say. He went on a bender or something. I don't know if people will look into it all that much.
I mean, maybe not, but he was a part of your group. Quite high profile. But, you think that'll work? I'd be happy to provide one of our extra uniforms. He goes back and he obtains chainmail, helmet and a tabard that has the Katenkov household symbol on it, and hands it to you.
Thank you.
Better return that in good condition.
I'll try, but doesn't exactly have a lot of experience wearing armor, I think. So I'll have to go over it after he's done with it.
Well, then I wish him the best of luck.
I'm sure he will need it.
Magically enough, have proficiency in medium armor, I do believe.
There you go.
Great.
Chainmail's counted as heavy armor in 5e, though.
What?
In past editions of Dungeons and Dragons, chainmail was medium, but in 5e it is considered heavy.
Rip my legs.
Yeah, what effect does
Well,
that
actually, no,
have?
it's like I actually have never had someone. What is the
Like, is he still able to cast spells? Because I know in like older editions, like you couldn't really cast magic if you had your heavy armor on.
Yeah, if you wear your lack you have disadvantage in any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dexterity. You can't cast spells.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh no.
Oof.
You still get the full benefits of its AC, but you can't cast spells, and you have all those disadvantages. So,
how fast can I strip out of this stuff?
Yeah, I remember
let's see.
Pathfinder, there's like donning and doffing.
There's
times or something.
donning and doffing times in 5e as well. I just don't know them exactly. It takes 5 minutes to doff your armor, which is take off your armor. 10 minutes to get into heavy armor, 5 minutes to doff it.
So if combat kicks off, I'm useless. I'm just gonna lie in the fetal position.
And you can still go hit stuff with your weapon. You just can't cast spells.
With disadvantage on the
and
attack rolls.
you can still use your features. You just can't use spells. You can't cast spells.
You can continue to inspire us.
Pyotr can wear armor. Pyotr can wear armor he's not comfortable in. We can do anything.
He looks so majestic now.
Oh yes.
He's like an over-encumbered gazelle.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, I will say thank you to the captain, and I will go back to where my friends are at.
Alright. You head back to where your friends are at.
That's what I've got.
Is this where we dress Pyotr up as a guard now? This looks a little big for him.
The other issue being, are you going to be spending the night in the barracks with the guards, or are you going to be coming back here, resuming your true self?
I mean, I have to spend the time with the guards. Right?
They keep up the ruse.
I don't know if Galina is going to want to come with you.
I don't... Can she?
I assume she would be allowed to, but I don't think she would enjoy being in a barrack full of soldiers.
Probably not.
Would you, Galina?
Soldiers are allowed to bring random non-soldier women into the barracks to sleep? What kind of place is this?
Not at night. She definitely wouldn't be allowed to sleep there.
So if we requested very heavily, it would be a whole to-do, and they would eventually maybe say yes. But it would not be a subtle thing.
But it would also, it would be counterintuitive for our
They most likely would say, use your paycheck, go get a room.
Wait.
Technically doable. Apparently we have 3,500 gold.
Well, I mean, how far away is the barracks?
It's pretty far away. I mean, it's in the estate still, but...
Because I could just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go use my paycheck to get a room, and then just go back to where I was. Although, oh no, that's going to be suspicious. I'm just going to suck it up.
It also depends on what Galina's research finds.
Yes. Dress up as a guard now. Let's go do some research and see what we find. When you're away from me, you get a headache. Do those headaches stack the longer you're away? Or if you come back in the morning, you go back to being fine and then you start over again at night? If you're away long enough, will you die?
I don't know. I've never gotten that bad, but they do. I don't know. They seem to subside usually, but sometimes they just kind of get worse. I don't know. I've never experimented with how long I could test this thing since I realized what my lot was. Our lot. Anyway.
Let's go do some research. Oh, I don't want to have to dress up as a guard and sleep in the barracks. Let's go do some research.
Let's. My lady, I am here to defend you from the brigands that infest these streets. And Pyotr, like, haltingly walks off, like, trying to figure out how to pick up a broadsword or whatever the heck he's got.
You'd probably have a spear.
Oh, well, he can hold a spear.
Jelania, does he look like a convincing guard?
He looks like a bit of a new guard, but it's fine enough.
He's a guard in training. That's definitely what he looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Oh dear. She just
Like
starts
actually the
walking off
type of
after
guard that's given guard duty of a person to just, practice.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to take our 5-minute break, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
What is going on?
We will see what Galina's research, what fruit Galina's research bears. Thank you for coming, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. We are picking up right where we left off. Galina and Pyotr are headed to the School of Sorcery, the Correspondence Academy here in, the Correspondence Academy here in Ostrava. So you make your way through the streets to the familiar, purple towers of the School of the Correspondence Academy. You, of course, approach, and there is the golem standing outside that scans for, particularly after the attack on the Crescent Theater a few weeks ago. At this point, the security is doubled. There's actually there's 2 golems standing outside scanning everyone that comes in.
Oh, wait, never mind. I misunderstood.
What did you misunderstand?
This is at the library, correct?
Yes.
For some, I don't know. Anyway, they enter.
Okay. Well, the golems scan you both. One says, "Welcome, Galina Laskin. Welcome." What's your last name again, Pyotr?
Isakov.
Welcome, Pyotr Isakov. Graduates of the School of Sorcery, you may enter.
He angles himself around the turnstile or whatever the heck. So where's the section for curses that you would rather not be under the influence of? Curses. Is it just like alphabetical?
Well, I mean, it's
Topical?
going to be topical, like most libraries.
It's a new invention, Patrick.
It's going to be topical, dang it.
Okay, so they find the section for curses,
Alright,
and then
Galina, give me an Arcana check, and if Pyotr, you're going to help her try to find the appropriate book, you may have advantage with that.
yep.
I rolled a 1.
You do have advantage with Pyotr's help. Did you still roll a 1?
No, well, I can also add 7 to that, but lately my rolling skills are driving me insane.
Sorry to hear that. Wait, so you rolled a 1. Did you roll again with your advantage from Pyotr? Or...
No.
Yeah, roll again with your advantage from Pyotr, because he's helping you.
Oh yeah, that's a 13. 20.
Okay, perfect. Excuse me. All right, so you begin to look through the various different, where you think what you could look through to get information on Fae and curses placed by the Fae. There is, of course, the spell break curse, remove curse, but that is for very kind of lower level, less powerful curses than this. In fact, you're not even really positive that this would be classified as a curse, more as kind of part of a contract based upon the Fae. With that in mind, you kind of shift where you're looking to breaking Fae contracts with no consequences. And you do find something. Generally, you find the story of, well, you find a few things. You find one, you find a story of a man who was able to trick the Fae out of his contract through various different means. This one was similar to, this would be similar to the story of Rumpelstiltskin. By finding out some personal information on the Fae, he was able to have the Fae nullify the contract with no consequences. So that's one option, is finding out the Fae's true name and using that to nullify the consequences of the contract. The other option, looking at it from the curse angle, is a remove curse with a few additional extra powerful ingredients could remove the curse. We could possibly remove this if, as well as if it operated under the section of curse. These ingredients would include Ethereum, pretty raw and powerful Ethereum. You would also, the other ingredients listed include a dragon's eye and a griffin's feather.
Oh, easy things to procure, I'm sure. That was sarcasm.
Well, we did learn that you have a lot of money available to your group, although you may have just recently spent it all.
A lot of it. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I'm not sure that 2,500 gold pieces is very much.
How much do you normally have?
I mean, put it this way. It would be enough for our needs, but normally our needs don't include such exotic ingredients. I don't know. I mean, we can always look at the market and see what the going rate for the ocular whatever cavity filler of a freaking winged demon is. The eye, yes. Point is, I would doubt that the going rate is low, but only time and information will tell.
Question. Major question is going to be availability.
Well, I mean, if you throw enough money at a problem, it can be solved.
Yes, but you just said that you recently spent most of your money.
Yep. That's the limiting factor here. We likely don't have, quote, enough money. I wonder if... No, that won't work. I was wondering if it would be possible to maybe magically fabricate a synthetic dragon eye. And I'm sure that would be somehow leagues more difficult. So, forget I said that.
Sometimes I wonder what world you inhabit, because I don't think it's the same as mine.
No, I mean, I like to think outside the globe, as it were, or the flat firmament sheet thing that we call home.
You definitely are aware it's a globe.
Oh, okay, globe it is.
Canon, Pyotr is a flat earther.
A flat
A flattener.
Flattener. Iranian? Iranian? I don't know.
No, that's a real world country.
Moving on.
Okay, well, you continue to think outside the box and try to think about how you could find Maeve's real name, since that might be the cheaper option. And let's go to the market and see how much Ethereum, Dragon's Eyes, and Griffin's Feathers cost.
Okay, perfect. Wait, could the answer? No, I highly doubt that Maeve's name is just written on a book somewhere in this library. That'd be wild, huh, DM?
That'd be real wild. That's Grand Canyon level.
Okay, Grand Canyon it is. We are not going to bridge that gap. Let's go to the market.
Okay, Mope, give me an investigation check.
Nah.
See.
Wait on Pyotr.
Sorry, 13.
Okay. So it doesn't take you very long to figure several things out. The first thing is Ethereum generally goes for raw, refined Ethereum of the level you're looking for. Generally goes for around 1,000 gold pieces an ingot. Well, not even an ingot, like for like a chunk of ore. Griffin feathers are cheaper, probably the cheapest ingredient at 500 gold pieces. However, they're on special order. The alchemist, sends out literally a group of adventurers to go obtain griffin feathers when people ask for them. Dragon eyes are not for sale. The alchemist almost just laughs when you say, yeah, I need some dragon eyes. And he's like, you're serious? You're serious? You need dragon eyes?
I mean, listen. Sorry, go ahead.
The thing about dragons, particularly in this world, is that they are generally considered sacred creatures, considering that all the gods in the world are dragons. So they're super sacred. And the fact that, getting materials from them in a lot of places is, one, extremely difficult because they're dragons and really hard to kill. Two, a lot of people frown upon the usage of dragons in magical, dragon parts in magic because due to their sacred nature. So he's like, it's not impossible. Obviously, when a dragon goes, when a dragon is evil and goes rampant and attacks people, it gets killed. It gets killed, and then its body, one of several things will happen to it. A lot of the time, it will be, ritualistically buried and dealt with. However, some ingredients are harvested, but all those ingredients are sent to Barrelgrad, and you can only obtain these ingredients upon special request from Barrelgrad. And you have to have a very specific project that you're working on. And you have to have, very specific research.
we have at least one of those things.
You do? Which one?
We're working on a project, are we not? We're trying to do the thing that we're trying to do.
How about your project isn't exactly school sorcery sanctioned or church sanctioned?
Submit to Barrelgrad that I'm trying to free a murderer from a curse.
Wait, are you really
Yes.
gonna do that? Okay. It's like, wait, really?
Pyotr, I cannot put my name to... No.
Wait. Are you asking me, Patrick?
No, I was asking Sarah. I got the answer I needed.
Then, okay, we won't. I was kidding. Mostly, kinda. I don't know. I wonder where we would go to find more information of the other kind that we were seeking. Can we walk away from this crowded space?
Yes, we can go back to the estate if you want. I think we're done here.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay. Make your way back to the estate. It's probably been 3.5 hours since you left. Before we get back to the estate, what were you during those 3.5 hours, Corvette?
Ooh, after they leave, Corvette has many questions, and some concerns, and so looks over to Jelani and is like, I'm gonna see if I can talk to Bronislav. I got some questions for him. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna...
What sorts of questions?
Well, how are you doing or feeling with the idea of us having the blood of Morfis in us?
I mean, sadly enough, I think it doesn't surprise me. It's an explanation for everything that's gone wrong.
Having their influence on us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does it worry you at all?
What about it?
I don't know, I think back to what happened to me, what happened to your brother and my sister. And I know that was another being, but it's kind of... I'm worried that Morpheus could come over me and make me do something horrible again. It's just, and then of course it's like, how can I be, dragon touched? How can it be an Asimir when I can be influenced by the Dark One so much?
Things hold a lot of importance to you.
I guess I just trying to figure out like who I am, and I thought after kind of choosing to work with Bronislav and let Eladin go, that I'd made like a decision. I'd come to an answer, or at least something that I know I had chosen of my own accord. Because, I mean, it was something I actually know the consequences coming from that were because of something I did or I chose, not just because I'm a noble or an Aesimer. I chose that instead of being born into it or whatever. But now it's even more confusing, like that choice doesn't have as much influence. And the Dark Priestess, before you guys kind of came up and found us when we were on the island talking, she showed she could turn off my Aesimer powers just as well as the Saints could. So I just kind of am, I don't know. I don't know who I am, really. I thought I had made a choice to start down a path of my own choosing, and I don't know. I feel like there's even more complications, more than ever.
Yeah. I mean, none of us really have all that much control over the big picture of our lives, I think. We don't get to choose what we were born, who we were born to. We don't get to choose if we're involved in this war or not, really. We don't really have that much of a choice. But I don't know. Who you are is dependent on what you choose to do outside of that. Like, yes, Morphis could probably come over you and control you and make you do something terrible. But that's not you. The Dark Priestess is giving us orders now. Bronislav could try and give you orders later. That's not you. You use what you decide to do. What you want to do. So you've always been you. All the rest is the outside stuff that other people see.
Sometimes it's hard to know what part is me and what part is just everyone else meddling with or directing.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So, you okay with what we're doing? Are you... I know you don't like how we've been influenced so much about everything since we've known each other.
I'm just trying to make the best of the situations that are forced on me. I don't really like any of it. But there's only so much that I can do.
Yeah. Ugh. Still disturbing that we are the Chosen of Morfis. Ugh. But, we could have worse company.
Yeah, the Chosen of Silhana, honestly, I don't think that would be all that fun to be with them.
Fair. Some of them seemed a little stuck up from that dinner.
All of them did. All of them. Even Arkady, I know he's your friend, but
Yeah.
when you're born the Emperor's son and then you're like this winged one or whatever, like it's... Yeah, no, he's very aware of himself, at the very least.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, definitely a strange group of companions that are traveling with them.
So I'd prefer not to be chosen by anyone, but
Chosen by
don't really love the goddess either, so...
Yeah. But at least you don't seem intent on wanting to destroy the world, so I mean that's kind of nice.
No. Not really. Seen enough of the world get destroyed for silly reasons.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
I'd rather just be left alone.
In peace.
Maybe peace might be boring after everything, but I would rather try than give up on that.
Yeah.
Are you okay with everything? We had talked, just a few days ago about everything being awful and needing to talk about it, and then you got kidnapped, things
Oh.
continued, so.
Gosh, we were supposed to talk that night, and then I kind of just kidnapped and sorry about that.
Shoot.
Missed it. My bad. My sister, who was possessed, took me and got locked away for a day.
Hate when that happens.
It's not a fun experience. I advise you not to do it. If Vitaly, tries to do something, don't let him, lock you away. It's not fun.
I mean,
I
I
said his
already
name
did
wrong.
have a bit of a sister issue, so.
Yeah, my bad.
Fine.
Stupid carpet. Gosh. I'm, like I said, it definitely made me have to choose between Eladin and Bronislav, and the Saints. It was so weird. Like, Eladin offered kind of what I wanted, just to be my own person, not to have to be defined as what I was born as, right? Like, again, that's kind of what I'm complaining about right now, I know. But when it came down to it, who did I trust more to save Tatiana? I know the Saints at least intend goodness. I don't really know what Eladin wants. And so I chose them, and it was mostly because it wasn't about me. So I'm trying to make it work. Bronislav and I still have things to figure out, and I don't know. I think that will take a long time till that trust is completely there.
But at least there has been some efforts made.
Yes, and he has been more responsive and trying to be, in a sense, as much as he can, I guess, there as a guide protector should be. But I don't know.
It's hard.
Still,
You gave up something that would have been very good for you, for someone you cared about. Even if it's a good choice, it's not an easy one.
no. But it made me realize that at least I know, at least I feel and hope and believe that we're honest, doing things that should be good to help others. So even if I am defined by what I'm born as, at least I can choose to do good with that.
That's good.
Still figuring out who I am. So, how are you in Antivin?
I've never done this before, so don't really know.
Yeah.
He is a very good man.
He's hot. He's very attractive. So.
I guess so. Never really thought so. We were friends. We met at my sister's wedding, and he was the only person who had ever been kind to me. We were friends. he would write me letters. We wrote letters back and forth for a while. And it just eventually stopped. And then when I saw him again, he was distant as the rest. Thought he hated me. Like everyone else did.
Obviously not true.
No, apparently not. Maybe I'm just not used to it. It is a lot.
Are you able to be yourself?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that even means.
You're figuring out yourself like I am.
Sure. Are there things that I can say to him that I don't say to anyone else? Maybe. Are there things that I don't say to him? Yes. Do I feel perfectly at ease when I'm with him? No. Do I want to? Yes. But that is as it is right now.
Oh. Well, you know what? Remember that book of poems you gave me?
Mm-hmm.
Still need to read that. But you said that's kind of a not happy book, right?
I wouldn't call it a sad book.
Oh, okay. Well, we both enjoy reading. I say we go find some book of poems or something in my family's library, and that's not sad, depressing stuff, because we kind of have too much of that already right now.
Mm-hmm.
While we just kind of wait for now.
There's not anything else that you need to do?
I think I need a break. I think I'm gonna go crazy if I do anything else.
Has been a lot right in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not honestly familiar with that many things, so you'll have to find it.
Been a while. Let's just look and find whatever books look interesting. Whatever poem, not catalogs of poems. What am I thinking? A collection of poems, or something.
Okay.
That is one thing I
Yeah.
do like about my estate and my family. We do like books, so
Uh-huh.
let me show it to you.
Okay. Yeah. A break would be nice.
Awesome. And I go show her our library.
Oh no, he's rolling.
Wait, no.
Oh no, he's rolling, you guys.
Come on.
On your way to the library.
No.
And you get a kidnapping. And you get a kidnapping.
No. On your way to the library, you bump into Antivin, who's been looking for Zhelania. He looks at her and says, "Oh, you're here. Corvette, it's good to see you.
You as well?
Where are
There's
you?"
another, occurrence. Disruption.
Yes, Captain Leosha told me about it. Where are you currently headed?
We're heading to the library.
Excellent. I hope you don't mind if I accompany you. I haven't had much opportunity to spend much time with you, he says, kind of like in the general you, but you know that he means Jelania. I was hoping you wouldn't mind if I came and spent some time with, I mean, you were missing for, a week and a half.
Right. Yeah. I think that's okay.
Excellent. Nice. Then lead on to the library, Corvette.
All right this way. And Corvette's shoulders droop ever so slightly, but he continues to the library, and now he is looking for a book that will distract him from the situation.
All right, so before we do any of that, Galina and Pyotr, you made your way back to the to the estate. What do you want to do now with what you've got, or anything else? It doesn't necessarily have to be related to your research, but is there anything in particular that you would like to do?
Well, Pyotr, what now?
Good question. So wait, here's my question. At what point, so is Pyotr just going to be passing off as her, like, practice guard this whole time? Or, like, when should he be going back to the barracks?
You should probably head back to the barracks around bedtime, which is a few, hours from now, but...
I don't know. I'm a little, tuckered out on, curse solving for the day, maybe? I don't know. / I'm not really sure how to find out the name of a fey creature. Have you ever played badminton?
No, it's hard to play that game with only a squirrel as a friend.
I guess badminton exists now.
Yeah. I'm sure that, it's pretty common in courts like these, and it's kind of a fun game. I can teach you if you want.
You don't think it's gonna blow your cover?
That's a good question. I always forget about that little, yeah, I probably shouldn't play badminton with a chainmail helmet on. I wouldn't be very athletic. It is chainmail that I'm rolling around
You're
in, correct?
wearing chainmail, but you're wearing kind of like a pot helmet over your head that only has like a slit for your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Darn it.
How did you manage to not get captured before now?
Most recently, we had a very inept individual after me, I guess. And he just can't throw a punch. Or 2 punches. He can't throw 2 punches that equal 1 good punch. So, or couldn't it? I don't know. Sheer dumb luck is what I'm trying to say.
I can believe that, yes.
Yeah, I can. That's what it feels like.
So, do you want to find Corvette and Jelania and tell them what we figured out? Or are you so tired you just want to go to bed now?
No, I think we ought to find him. That's a good idea. And they're off.
Ask some servants where they went. Let's check their rooms first.
Yes.
Well, they are clearly not in their rooms.
Also, you should probably do the asking so that people don't realize I'm me.
Oh, yes, I know. And she just walks up to the first servant she sees and starts asking, have you seen Corvette and Jelania?
Yes, they and the paladin were last seen in the library. I believe they might
Thank you
still
very
be there.
much.
You're welcome. Would you like me to guide you to the library?
Yes, I'm not actually familiar with where that's at.
Very well, just follow me. And after a few minutes, you arrive at the library, where, Corvette is drowning his sorrows in a book, and Antivin is, sitting and talking about something with Jelania.
Yeah, and she's not incredibly responsive. She seems pretty uncomfortable. Fairly self-conscious.
You'll also see that Corvette has pulled. He's gone over to one of the couches or one of the longer seating areas. He pulled the cushions off and dragged them next to the fireplace, and he's just lying on his back reading while lying down on those cushions. Obviously trying to be engrossed in it and not succeeding very well.
Wow, this place is bigger than I thought it would be.
Oh, come on in. It's a reading party, or it's a lounge party, I guess. I don't know. Come on in.
Do you have any books on curses or the Fae?
Fairy tales are up in that corner over there.
Fairy tales.
It's the Fae. Half the things you hear about them are not true.
True, my lady. However, my sir, I think we might need something that treats.
Antivin looks up. Pyotr, I know it's you.
Hey. If anyone asks, I am. Oh crap! I had a name. I had an alias like 4 seconds ago.
We've all just been
Was it
calling
Vladimir?
you George.
Private Tarkov. I wanna fit in.
Fine, George Tarkov.
Tarkov. All right. That is Pyotr's alias.
Write it down. Write that down.
Yep.
That down. Also, I apologize to everyone for my face sinking in your view. My chair just sank, and I can't get it to go back up.
Anyway.
Oh, fixed it.
Anyway.
Good job, George.
George. All right. Well.
So what are you guys up to?
Trying to relax.
Do you have any
Been a bit of a thing.
Corvette,
any
I didn't know you read.
ideas? Any ideas how to find out a Fey Lord's true name?
Asking them.
Doubt
Have you
they'd
asked?
I doubt it would be that easy.
Have you tried?
Gives you power over them.
Probably not
Spy
asking.
on them or something.
Nope.
Ask a friend. Ask an enemy of theirs.
Do you know any of Maeve's enemies that would talk to you?
He had one in his hand all the time before, but
Yeah, I doubt talking is in the wheelhouse right now with them.
Have you fought any dragons lately and maybe kept their eyeballs? Too bad we didn't figure this out before we fought the Shadow Dragon. We need a dragon eyeball.
Yeah, we do.
They're very hard to get.
Yeah. I mean,
We
Jelani
fought
is
and killed like
a
5
dragon.
dragons, so
You've killed 5 dragons?
we all did.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean, the other ones were like little shadowy things, but they're kind of like dragons. I'm sure the Dark Priestess has a lot of dragon things. Probably wouldn't give them to us.
I wonder though if she knew that it were really, really important.
But would it be really, really important to her or just you?
It would certainly increase our effectiveness in achieving our common goals. I believe.
So that's where we're at with the remove the curse thing. We're kind of stuck on either Dragon Eyeball or find out the Fey Lord's true name.
So our research up until this point seems to suggest maybe there's, I don't know, a book in this library that would maybe offer another idea.
I wouldn't know, but help yourself. There are a number of books here, so I haven't read them all.
Why not?
Reading takes a lot of time. And I don't know. I actually haven't spent a lot of time here at the estate before. So a summer at the most, really, with a couple of extra visits, but so most of the books here I'm just not as familiar with.
Okay, Dungeon Master,
Yes.
can I roll for it?
For what specifically are you trying to roll for?
Investigation to find a book with another idea for how to wiggle your way out of a Fey contract.
You are welcome to roll for it.
I'm gonna do it. I already pitched out my D20. I'm just gonna do it.
That tone of voice is, you were just in the Library of Congress. And now you are in the local library.
You never know. Maybe it got
Book
misplaced.
selection is not as good.
Well, tell that to my 14.
Well, I'm going to tell you 14. That definitely in House Pashek's library, they would have less knowledge of the arcane than they would at the library for the School of Sorcery. You cannot find anything additional on how to break this curse.
Well, you did what I asked. That's all I can request. Not.
So, have you asked Maeve how you could break this curse on you guys? Have you actually asked her and see what she wants done?
No, but to be fair, I don't have like a direct line to her. She just kind of comes and goes as she pleases.
Could maybe try and ask.
Yeah, have you called out her in the middle of the night, calling, Maeve, Maeve, hear my cry, please come answer my request, something like that? I mean, of course, you would be more eloquent.
Depending on the day. No, I haven't. To be fair, most of the time I'm not super excited to have her presence, and I'm not sure how good of an idea it would be to let a Fae know that we're actively... Oh, wait, she already knows.
has
All
been
right, fine.
implied before that she listens in on your conversations.
Yeah. Hey, Maeve.
Wasn't the point of this whole thing so that we would feel the need to keep Galina with us and not kick her out of the group? And I think at this point we've decided not to kick her out of the group, so is this not a super incredibly necessary thing anymore?
I would agree with all that. Hey, Maeve, I know you're listening. I know you're chilling somewhere in an ethereal realm.
You don't have to shout. You turn and sitting in the corner in her own little wooden tree chair that she always appears in is the red-headed, purple-eyed fae. She looks at you. My ears were perfectly fine.
Well, to be fair, this concept of spatiality without spatiality, and you're here but you're not here. Yeah,
just tell me what you want, Pyotr.
Weren't you listening?
I was, but it's so much more fun to have you, try to put it into words.
Listen, I would like to have my time spent with Galina be perfectly of my own will and volition, and not because I have to. Fair enough?
You don't have to. You just suffer a major headache anytime you aren't with her.
Yeah, and I'd like to avoid that. Therefore, I have to spend time with her currently. And it's to an extreme amount. I would like to be able to, I don't know, multitask in a way that we can't currently.
So you're asking me to, what, break our deal?
Yeah, remind me.
The deal was information, which I provided, and you had to do me a favor, and my favor was very simple. Never let Galina out of your sight.
Oh, and I can, listen, but ultimately...
You're lucky I don't add blinking into the clauses.
What?
You're lucky I don't add blinking into the clauses.
I do blink a lot.
Slightly more average than slightly more so than the average human, in fact.
I have
dry eyes.
Dry corneas, okay? Listen. You ultimately want us to be an effective force to further your goals, correct?
No. I want you to keep your end of the bargain and amuse me. That's all I get out of this relationship. You don't do anything for me yet. But at this point, you amuse me.
And have I not properly amused you, sufficiently amused you at this point?
No.
What?
It's a very simple deal. If you go, let's talk about this. You are welcome to go back on your deal. But that means I take back the information and anything you've learned since then. You will not remember anything before we made that deal. From after that we made that deal. After we made that deal. Now, with that in mind, I'll be paying some of you, and she looks at Shalanya and Corvette, a visit later on. And she disappears.
I didn't even... Well, looks like we're still conjoined twins, Galina. And you guys, good luck. She's not fun to deal with.
What I wouldn't give to see her, Bronislav, and the Dark Priestess in the same room. That would be entertaining.
I think they would probably be actually very good friends. And they would probably laugh about all the terrible things that they do to us. At least two of them seem to really enjoy it.
At least two of them, I would definitely agree with that.
And I think maybe Bronislav is just too noble to admit it.
Maybe. I also think he'd just be really annoyed at them. He gets annoyed.
This is true. You two talk to
Yark
saints.
in here.
Have you ever
Yark.
tried asking them their opinion on this situation?
No.
Hey, Branislav.
Hey, dude.
Branislav does not answer your quest call at this time.
I was like, I didn't think so.
He
But at
says
least,
right to voicemail.
at least, you're here, right? Like and like mentally, like in my thoughts, I reach out, I was like, hey, you are here, right? Like, I meant to check in sooner since we got back, but we've been so busy.
You feel
Hey, can I just-
a sense of reassurance.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Well, that was interesting. I almost forgot that we have, looking at Jelania, I almost forgot that we also have some deal with her to make.
So many deals with so many different people. Eventually they will start to contradict, and it will be fun to deal with that.
Yeah, what is your deal all about? What are your
With-
deals all about with Maeve? I don't know. What?
She hasn't
Why'd
told
she
us
want to
yet.
talk to you?
I don't know.
Oh. Well,
It would be nice if she would just get it over with, but you know.
I mean, she
likes
was
the
here.
Dramatic entrance.
She can still hear us. Sorry, didn't mean to shout.
Anyway, I think it will probably be easier to find all those different ingredients, get the spell cast at some special way. Because I feel if we go through the effort to find her name, well, that would be lovely, would be wonderful. It would solve all the problems of all of us all at once. I feel like that would be much more difficult and beyond our current capabilities. And would probably actually set a target on us when people know that we know. So,
Yeah. What time is it?
It's getting close to dinner time.
I will excuse myself and go visit Tatiana. Or did she say later than dinner time?
Around dinner time is probably.
Around dinner? Alright. Just make sure go see her and be like, oh, I've gotta go hire someone.
okay.
Close the book and put it back. And head out.
Pyotr, Galina, what do you two want to do?
I don't have anything specific since we're not going to find anything useful in this library. Any other ideas, Galina?
No. Not unless you know where there's a dragon we can go kill. If you want to go somewhere, I will follow you. Otherwise, I'm gonna pick a book to read.
Yeah, reading is fine an activity as any, although it looks like we have dinner soon. Wait, how
This
far
is
away
true.
are we from dinner?
Yeah, maybe 10-15ish minutes.
We have dinner soon. The guards,
Oh yeah,
not so much.
I have a hallway to patrol soon.
Do you have any healing potions?
Me?
Pyotr, sorry.
Yes. I have one. Right?
Here. And
Yes.
she reaches up her sleeve and pulls out a minor potion of healing and hands it to you. I don't think I can dress up and make a convincing guard. You're just gonna have to go sleep in the barracks and take a healing potion in the morning.
Okay, that works. Thank you. And yeah, Good luck with dinner. And then Pyotr like clunks away in his suit of armor.
All right, Galina, what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. Because dinner with the Pishaks does not sound wonderful either.
4K now.
Not really a ton that she's wanted to do. Not anything that she can do today. She's definitely a bit worried that she didn't hear back from Vitaly when she sent him a message this morning, but she can't do anything about that today. So she's probably just gonna go. If Corvette left the book that he was reading, she might go and just like pick that up. Just like sit and look through it.
What book were you reading, Corvette?
It was he wanted something to distract himself, so it was a fantasy book about an adventure on a far-off land. And I don't have any specific details. It was not a book of poems, that's for sure.
That could be a non-fiction book in this world.
Yes, it's a non-fiction book, I guess, in this magical fantasy world. It'd probably be, if it were to be anything based on the world then Inara, it would be about the other continent, because Corvette's never visited, never been there, and he's like, oh, that's someplace I don't know. So to him, it's kind of like escaping and getting away from kind of the reality that he's in. So that's the type of book. If you were expecting poems, you were definitely surprised and shocked. Like, oh, this is not poems.
No. But you might read through it, especially if it's like a non-fiction of just like, I don't see why people make a big deal out of this person. Why they would write a big book about this person. They don't seem that great. But it's something to do. So she'll keep reading.
And Antivin will get up and leave.
Please don't come murder me. I'm so scared now. I'm like, oh no.
Duel, like an honor duel.
When he leaves, though, I think actually Anya will like breathe out like the breath she'd been holding in the whole time, kind of subconsciously, not really knowing she was doing it, but just like, and like sit there for a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so dinner. So you do find Tatiana, Corvette, before you arrive, go to dinner, and she does hand you over the gold and looks at you and says, "This better be worth it."
I'm hoping so too. Is it just us two, right? That I was like, will you keep your ears and eyes out also, and whoever are your trusted individuals about anything you hear regarding the Archmatriarch? Just gotta.
I can do that.
Let me know if you hear of anything, because again, trying to save the world apparently, and everyone in it. So.
Very well.
And I after that, I just set the bag down next to us, and I just give her a big hug and say, sorry I was gone for so long. It felt like a day to me, but I know it was longer for you, so.
I don't blame you, Corvette. I understand.
You seem to be hanging in there.
Gotten, speaking with had a long conversation with Paladin Antivin when he helped. When it was left, it helped a lot.
Well,
What do you know about him?
oof. I just know he's from Norgarn. He was kind of like the head of one of the commanders of their armies there. Him and Jelania have known each other for years. And besides that, I just know he's a paladin. So in the work or in his loyalties to the church, and that's about all I really know. And he's kind of... Never mind.
Is he engaged?
Oh, yes.
Good to know.
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason.
No reason.
No reason. He's engaged. That's all I need to know. That should be all that is required to be of known when if that someone's in another relationship.
Like insight check to see if she's like either interested or like annoyed at him.
She's not hiding it very well. She clearly has some interest in Antivin, but doesn't, clearly, but knowing your sister, even with the the sister that was possessed, before they were possessed, your sister's like, oh, he's engaged, then I'll just mind my own business instead of.
As I grab the bag of gold, I will be like, from what I hear, actually, I have no clue, but I don't think. Wait, I'm just trying to remember. Does Corbett know that, or do I know that as my medic?
No, you would you know that.
Would I know that he's not fond of Adina?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just be like,
probably be your guess why he's currently with Jelania.
I mean, that makes sense. He's like, he's not fond of his arranged marriage, I will say.
I mean, unless that is broken up, it's not something that I can do anything about. I'll just have to wait till father finds an appropriate suitor.
You can find an appropriate suitor.
That's not how this works, Corvette. We can present people to our father, but we don't have that we can't choose for ourselves. Unless father was to die or be removed from power somehow, in the end, we need father's approval.
Fair. But don't give up. I want you to be happy.
I mean, I want to be happy too, but I need to do what's best for the Southern Isles.
That's true, and you always have.
Not always. I let myself be possessed by a...
That's not you.
Worm.
That was not your fault. Okay? In all the things that you are able to control and do, you have done. Always put the Southern Isles first. And that is the most amazing thing about you, is you have put our people first.
Thank you.
Also, you're welcome. Also put yourself up there a little bit too.
We're nobility. We weren't intended to put ourselves first. There are some of us who do. I don't agree with that. We should be putting our people first. Our country.
A lot of people would be happy to hear you say that. Doesn't mean you can't find both. That's all I'm saying. So, go for it. Shoot your shot.
I mean, it's hard enough to shoot your shot with a man whose heart belongs to one woman. It's even more difficult to shoot your shot with a man whose heart belongs to two.
Yep, that's definitely a conundrum. Thank you for what you've done. And again, I won't expect no birthday present.
You aren't going to be getting one.
I know. Well, I have a spy to hire, so.
Be careful,
I will-
Corbett.
Oh, I am trying, and I am failing, but I've come out this far. So some luck must be on my side, at least. See you at dinner.
See you at dinner. That, you go find Theron Longtree.
Hand over the gold, be like, here's your payment. I require your services.
And my services start right now.
Yes, please.
He holds out a piece of paper.
Okay. You have something already. You are good.
I figured I must need to at least prove my skills to my employers.
You know, I appreciate this. A very active good faith. Let's see what it... Have you read that? I'm sure you've read this. It's a note. Did you write this yourself?
No, I intercepted this. Well, I mean, I have read it, but I intercepted it on its way to somewhere, to a drop. I will, of course, need to I will need to make sure it makes its way back to where it's supposed to be before it's supposed to be there. But
okay. All right,
read it quickly.
Will do. Then watch real fast for me, would you?
Oh yes, because people are going to be suspicious of a noble reading a piece of paper in his own house. Whatever. And he turns and just kind of like nonchalantly leans against a wall and starts looking around.
All right, I read what it says.
Says, all is in place. The time of the ceremony, she will die by the hands that are closest to her. The traitors have been paid, and they are in place.
Okay. Is traders with an S at the end, like multiple?
It's Trader Joe's, so S on the end, but it's just...
Shh.
She will die by the hands that are closest to her. All right. I read it a few times over to try and memorize it.
Give me a religion check.
Ooh. Ooh.
And you can have advantage, actually, because of your background.
Ooh. Cool. My computer locked. So, all right. Religion. Not bad. Okay. A 22.
So you know that every archmatriarch, once they ascend and become archmatriarchs, has had an unofficial... So they have two counselors that kind of are an unofficial position in the church. One known as the left hand of the matriarch, and the other known as the right hand of the matriarch. The left hand is generally the matriarch's spy master, and the right hand is generally in charge of the matriarch's personal guard. These would be the hands that are closest to the matriarch. You also, if you give me a history check, you can find out some other information.
Another 22.
You know that the two new unofficial hands, obviously common folk don't know who the hands are, but as a nobility you would, the two new hands are relatively new within the last year.
hands.
And if you give me a moment, I will give you their names.
Yes, please. Left hand is... Right hand is the head of the guard.
Mm-hmm. So I have to find out where I put their names first. I have so many files, so many papers, so many things. Okay. The first, the left hand is Evelina Pasternak.
Okay.
And the right hand is Roxolana Borisov. Borisov.
Okay. Ooh. All right, Evelina and Roxolana. Interesting. And is one considered slightly closer than the other, or are they both kind of considered equal?
That would be information that you don't have. That would.
Okay.
It varies from, matriarch to matriarch. Obviously, their relationship with the individual hands. Some matriarchs choose people they can trust implicitly. Some matriarchs just choose who they think is best for the job, which is the case for the current matriarch, archmatriarch.
Got it. So, and just one more thing, would they be at like wedding ceremonies such as this? I'm sure they'd be present.
They would very much be at wedding ceremonies. They pretty much go, maybe not always visible, with the right hand is always visible. So the right hand is considered the top bodyguard. The left hand, not so much. The left hand is, unless the left hand is out on a specific mission, the left hand is never too far from, the archmatriarch. Maybe just not visible.
Well, oh good. I turn back to Theron and be like, well, that's good to know. Hand him back the paper.
And with that, I'll be putting this back where I found it.
Right.
Remember our deal. When this wedding's over, we go to the Boyar of Vinhelm with your murderer friend.
Right. So crazy that this is all happening. But thank you.
I should be thanking you. You've just lined my pockets pretty nice.
Yes, you should be thanking me. You're welcome. Cost me. Yes, I'm a noble, but still, man, that was a lot. Oof. Can you... Has he heard of these hands before? Probably not.
He's heard of the hands.
Okay. I want you to dig a little deeper into the hands, if possible. Can you do that?
Is my name Theron Longtree?
I mean, that's what you've told me it is. So,
and yes.
I'm assuming yes. All
yes.
Right. If you're able to continue finding this stuff out, then all the gold I've spent on you will be worth it. So, let me know when you hear something new.
I will do.
Thank you. Good luck. And I will leave him, I guess. I leave. Okay. And I go get dinner, I think. I think dinner's started at that point.
Yes, it has. Alright, so y'all go get dinner. Nothing overly exciting happens in dinner. Antivin seems to be taking very explicit steps to not be anywhere near Shalanya. So you finish your dinner? Anyone have anything that they wish to do after dinner? This is just a reminder that tomorrow is the last day before the wedding.
Actually, since Pyotr knows about this plot...
oh yeah, Pyotr, can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Crap. No.
Pyotr's not there. That's fair.
Do-do-do-do. 14.
Roll d10. Take d10 damage.
I thought this was a DC 10.
It's DC 15. Always has been.
Well, I always fail it. And that's sad. Makes me sad. I can't find my D10. I guess I won't be taking damage.
That's not how that works. Alright, you take 10 points of damage.
No! Found it.
Nope,
Take
I already
8
rolled.
points.
You take 10. You couldn't find it. I rolled. You take 10. Anyway, what do you want to do now since you know about the assassination plot? Pyotr wants to...
Cut my life into pieces.
What?
Literally, he's just cutting me into pieces. Pyotr's just gonna try to keep an ear out for stuff. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Like
Can I make an
nighttime, right?
investigation check?
Sure.
Well, it sucked.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear anything besides... I mean, you don't hear anything besides what Corvette already knew, but of course he hasn't told anyone yet what he knows.
That will be happening after dinner.
Okay. Anyone have anything else they want to do after dinner before Corvette tells them anything, or...
Feel like I have so many things that I wanted to say, and now I've forgotten all. They're all gone. The only thing
Say
is like
what you
wedding related
need.
stuff of like we gotta get clothes ordered or something. I don't know. We can do that.
We gotta get
tomorrow.
our fit in check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Corvette would probably have
okay.
his clothes taken care of by his family, but yes, the rest of you.
Yeah, but that is probably something that could be done the next day. No, Anya actually wants to talk to Galina for a sec. Just like very kind of like quietly and awkwardly kind of like come on over. Galina, don't take this the wrong way, but you're older than me.
Why would I
So
take
you-
that the wrong way?
People can be touchy about their age. You know a lot of things. But you're
Yes.
not really well, no, you're not really good at people.
No.
Maybe never mind then. Never mind then. Are you okay?
Yes. Should I not be okay?
I mean, you did get, attacked by a bounty hunter with that did happen today.
Oh, yes, but I got the antidote, and we should keep that around in case we need the extra energy on some days.
Okay, not for if in case Aaron decides to cause problems again.
For that, too, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Do you expect him to? Are you sure that we should have him loose running around?
I don't think he's going to do anything. I think he's made enough money and otherwise. I mean, maybe it'll be a problem later. I don't know what's going to come up when we actually take Pyotr on over to see what they want. Because don't really want him to go to jail or be executed or anything. So, who knows? Anyway,
Isn't that what they're gonna do to him, though?
we might be able to make some sort of case that he's needed or something, or I don't know.
Needed because he's the Chosen of Morfis. I don't want to be there when you make that case.
I also have some suspicions that maybe it wasn't his fault. The Dark Priestess has forced everything on us. She made Corvid do terrible things to people he cared about. She made my brother do the same thing, convinced my sister to tear my family apart. It would, it's not really his fault, whether it was direct or not.
True,
It
he
was
could have
because of her.
been. He could have been controlled magically.
Could be. He has said the few times that he's talked about it, he said he doesn't really remember it. It's not very clear.
I wonder if there'd be a way to prove that now, though, at this late date. I might need to do some more reading.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll come with you? Yeah, I'm not very good at the research reading things, but,
Well, it's kind of too late to go to the School of Sorcery, but we could see what's in the library here at the estate.
Probably not much, but, might as well.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad that you're not hurt.
Oh, me too.
Okay. We go back over to the library, I guess. Just a
Okay.
library day.
Make your way to the library. And you are welcome to give me an investigation check.
Are we gonna have a trial in like a couple episodes? Because that'd be kind of cool.
15.
Investigation?
Mhm.
4.
Yeah, you're absolutely no help, Jelania.
This is draconic. I don't know that one.
Yeah, and you look over, and it's not even draconic. She's looking at its goblin. But unfortunately, the library in the House Pashek is seemingly devoid of arcane knowledge, to the point that it seems like someone went through and systematically removed any books that have to do with the arcane.
Aha. Maeve, that sly dog.
Well, this is odd.
Mm.
You would think there'd be more books on the arcane in a library of this size. Instead of none. Zip, zero, zilch.
I mean, I don't think any of them are really arcane practicers, so maybe they just never felt the need to get any.
But they've collected some other really odd books here.
That's true. That one in Draconic was... the pictures were awful.
Never mind. I wonder if they have... Someone went through and picked all the arcane books out. Maybe they stored them somewhere else.
Maybe we can ask Aaron to see if he can find them.
We could also ask Corbett if he knows of another room in this place that's full of books.
Yeah. He might know. Cool. I can go try to find him if you want to keep looking at stuff or not, or you can come too.
Oh, we can go together.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rolling again. He's rolling again.
All right. So you make your
Tears.
way down out of the library, and as you're making your way to try to find Corvette, you see Antivin walk into the hall and then immediately turn around and walk the opposite direction once she catches sight of you.
Galina, you're not good with people.
No,
You're not
but
good with people.
doesn't he normally want to hang around you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he just saw you, though. Why'd he go
No,
back the
yeah.
other way?
I don't know.
Did you have a fight?
No. I don't think so. I don't know. It's fine. But is it though? Should I go say something?
Doesn't that depend on what you want? Do you want him to keep hanging out with you? Or do you like it better that he leaves the moment he sees you?
That's a complicated question with a complicated answer. I think he should be around. But it's often easier when he's not. I don't know, Galina.
Well, I certainly don't know. Think about while we go find Corbett.
Okay. I'll think about it. We go find Corbett.
Okay. Before we do that,
So, like, I look down whatever like hallway it was that he went down as we pass it.
give me a perception check.
You know that's what I'm really good at, right?
Mhm.
You know I have a full +0 to that skill, right?
Yep. You're really dang good at
12.
noticing that stuff. All right, yeah, you don't see anything looking down the hallway.
Okay.
All right, before we do that, Pyotr, I'm assuming you're probably going to sleep because there really isn't anything else for you to do in the barracks at this point. You haven't learned any information or anything.
Yup. That's what I'll do.
All right, so first things, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Mm. Nat one.
Ooh, nat 1. Your headache is worse than usual. You will have disadvantage on all the saving throws to resist this for the next 24 hours. And you take 5 points of psychic damage. I did roll 2d10 there. You only took 5.
Wow, that is really lucky. Wow. Roll 2d10. Good roll, DM.
Thank you. You do manage, however, to fall asleep. And as you fall asleep, you see the familiar stairs leading up to the balcony. Katya sits on them, and he looks at you. Are you ready to do this again? Should I stand up and face away, or do you want to look at me in the eyes this time? Perhaps you want me to stand on the edge of the balcony, make it a little bit easier to tip me?
I'd like you to do whatever it is that you feel you need to do in order to just go away.
I can't do that, Pyotr. Sorry. Can't do that, Pyotr. This is your dream, your subconscious. I'm not even real.
Then one would suppose that I could just look up into the ceiling and say, "Hey, this is a dream. I'm pinching myself. It's gone. We're done." Right?
It's
right?
not. I mean, it's a dream, but it's a dream from your subconscious. It's a manifestation of your guilt. You haven't gotten rid of your guilt. Or did you feel any guilt in the first place? Maybe I'm instead a manifestation of the sick pleasure you get by pushing a poor woman off the roof.
No, if you really are some figment of my subconscious, then you know that I garner no pleasure from this. But at the end of the day, what has been done has been. What would I have me do?
What would you have you do? I don't have the answer to that. Only you do. What do you want done to you as punishment for your crimes? Do you think being presented to the Boyar of Vinhelm by that bounty hunter will be enough? Or do you think that maybe more should be at stake? What if
What more?
a life for a life? You can't bring me back. Perhaps your life should end as the punishment.
I think that's hardly fair.
How is that hardly fair?
The taking of a life is for those who
What do you
purposefully
think? What do you think the Boyar is going to do to you when you are brought before him?
Oh, I'm sure nothing good will happen.
And does it not concern you that your friends so willingly decided that, yeah, we're going to put him in front of the Boyar? Are you truly are they really your friends? Do they really care about you, Pyotr? Do you...
I'm sure we'll figure this out. We
No.
figured a million other things out.
They just were willing to hand you over like you were nothing. Think about it, Pyotr. What have you provided these past few months? Have you really done anything to be beneficial? Sure, you may be this powerful Chosen of Morfis now. But what does that mean? Does it just mean that murder's in your blood? Does it just mean that anything, does it mean anything? I mean, you haven't done anything. You haven't stopped any of the rituals. You failed every time you've tried. You haven't, you haven't done anything.
And what have you done to that end?
I died. You killed me.
I thought you were my
What could
conscience.
I do? I'm your conscience, but I'm also your representation of your memory of her. You took away my Katya's chance to do anything about this. You don't know, maybe she would have just married the Boyar's son like she was supposed to and grown fat and old and had a few children. Or maybe I could have been a wonderful diplomat. I could have brought peace and formed a coalition of the other nations to push against these these dark forces and stop them. But no, you decided to push me off a balcony.
I didn't decide to push you off anything.
Oh, really? Then why do you keep coming back here every night?
I don't know. I mean, listen. Like, yes, I pushed you. That I own. But never was it my intention.
Oh, so
I didn't.
you meant to push me? You just didn't want to kill me. What do you think happens when you push people off balconies, Pyotr?
I didn't mean to.
Until you find out why you keep coming back here every night, you'll never know any peace. And she takes a step back, holds her arms out, and just falls back off out the balcony. And you awaken in a cold sweat. With that, we're gonna call it a night, guys. We'll pick up next time with Jelania and Galina going to try to find Corvette. Thanks for coming out. Just a few reminders. We will be back, for Ready to Roll in 2 weeks. That will be the 21st of October. For Rehash the Rolls, our guests are going to be Jelania and Galina. So Lydia and Sarah. No, I'm wrong. Who are the guests then?
Ian and Sarah.
Ian and Sarah.
Sarah.
I'm sorry. Yep,
Yeah.
that's right, because Lydia has her Dead by Daylight tournament. Ian and Sarah will be the guests next week. I apologize. And in the chat, Lydia has been so kind as to put in the form for the Google form. You can go in and fill that out with any questions you might have for Pyotr and Galina, or you could also fill out questions you have for other characters, and when their turns come up, we can answer those questions. But
And when we say questions, we mean how was it to experience that? What was your character thinking during this moment? Things like that. Just not just
Anything.
what's your favorite color? You can totally ask that. Sometimes it's plot appropriately important, but
Yeah, we will.
Jelania found out her
probably.
favorite color. That's important now.
so important. Very key.
We have a bias towards other things, obviously.
yes. So, again, thanks everyone for coming out, and we will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.